Doctor. Hello? Did you come to see me with an eye problem? Patient. Wow, yes. How can you tell? Doctor. Because you came in through the window instead of the door.
A police officer stops a car. Officer. Your driver's license, please. Driver. I'm really sorry, I forgot. Officer. At home? Driver. No, to do it.
Scene: a courtroom in Oklahoma where a person is on trial for murder. There is strong evidence indicating guilt. However, there is no corpse. In the defense's closing statement, the lawyer, knowing that his client is guilty and that it looks like he'll probably be convicted, resorts to a clever trick. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have a surprise for you all, the lawyer says as he looks at his watch. Within 1 minute, the person presumed dead in this case will walk into this courtroom, he says, and he looks toward the courtroom door. The jury, somewhat stunned, all look on eagerly. A minute passes. Nothing happens. Finally, the lawyer says, "Actually, I made up the previous statement. But you all looked on with anticipation. I, therefore, put it to you that there is reasonable doubt in this case as to whether anyone was killed and insist that you return a verdict of not guilty." The jury, clearly confused, retires to deliberate. A very few minutes later, the jury returns and a representative pronounces a verdict of guilty. "But how?" inquires the lawyer. "You must have had some doubt. I saw all of you stare at the door." Answers the representative, "Oh, we did look. But your client didn't."
The black people say, we don't want to sit in the back. The white people say, we have to sit in the front. A local priest gets on and says, why argue? Let's all get off the bus. Everyone gets off. Friends, let's not divide ourselves into white, black, or colored. Let's imagine that we're all green. Everyone. Yes, that's right. We're all green. There's no difference between us. And now, says the priest, light green sits in the front and dark green sits in the back.
A very sad man walks into a bar and orders a whiskey. The bartender asks him, "What happened?" The sad man replies, "My wife is cheating on me with another man, and I couldn't do anything about it, so I'm going to drink myself to death in this bar." The bartender says, "Sir, I'm sorry, but I won't help you commit suicide in any way, and therefore I won't sell you any whiskey." The man asks, "What would you do if your wife cheated on you with another man?" The bartender says, "I would just simply kill that guy." The sad man suddenly breaks into a wide smile and runs out of the bar. An hour later, he comes back to the bar looking pleased and sits down at the counter. The bartender asks, "So did you end up killing that guy?" The man replies, "No, I just slept with your wife, and now whiskey, please."
A 5-year-old boy, after reading a fairy tale about his czar, said, "Mom, I want 5 wives too. One will cook, another will sing, a third will bathe me, and one will put you to bed." "No, Mom, I will always sleep only with you." His mother's eyes filled with tears. "God bless you, my son, but who will sleep with your 5 wives? Let them sleep with Dad." His father's eyes filled with tears. "God bless you, son."
A husband and wife are lying in bed at night. Wife, I really want to smoke. Go buy some cigarettes. A husband reluctantly gets up, gets dressed, goes outside. Everything's closed. He looks around and sees a bar that's open. He goes in, sits at the counter, and orders himself a drink. A girl sits down next to him, so he orders her a drink too. He offers to walk her home. She invites him in for some coffee. He agrees. After coffee, they have sex. At 6 in the morning, the guy wakes up thinking, my wife sent me out for cigarettes. He says to the girl, do you have any chalk? I do. Give it to me, quick. He rubs his hands with the chalk and heads home. His wife, hysterical, asks, where have you been? You know, honey, I went out and saw everything was closed. Then I noticed a bar was open. I went in, sat at the counter, and ordered myself a drink. A girl sat down next to me, so I ordered her a drink too. I offered to walk her home. She invited me in for some coffee. I agreed. After coffee, we had sex. At 6 in the morning, I woke up thinking, my wife sent me out for cigarettes. And so here I am. My wife, with a sly look on her face, says, Well, show me your hands. The man, looking guilty, shows his hands. Wife, you were playing billiards with friends.